We have,
Maybe I misunderstood you. I thought you said she signed a lease to live at your house. Did she sign a lease?
yeah, we have a lease for,
But you didn't bring it here with you, did you? The piece of paper, the lease?
I have it,
Okay, not here today, though.
not here today.
Okay.
Because I came from Ohio just to here, because it was too late to go home and bring it, so.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you go back to
But
Ohio.
already the lease, she has a case here before, and we have the copy for the lease, everything.
You live in Ohio?
No, I have some business to do in Ohio.
Okay, when was the lease signed?
The lease signed in January of 2009,
Okay, and for how long was the lease?
for 1 year.
And did she sign another lease?
No.
After that?
No.
Okay, so she's just using the old lease?
This is all the lease, yes. I don't renew the lease.
Rent is for how much per month?
For 1 year, $675,
$675 per month?
yes.
And when is the last time you got rent payments?
I got the renter just for January,
So you want for February, March, and April?
yes,
3 months?
yes.
Okay. So you're suing then for a total of, what, $2,175 then, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
$50 late fee every month.
Rent was how much again, I'm sorry?
2,175,
No, per month.
675.
$675 per month, okay. And then it's $2,025. You said the $50 late fee is how much? Or, I mean, the late fee is what?
$50 per month is 150 for 3 months.
150. That's $2,175.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
all right.
So the plaintiff wants 3 months of rent, doesn't have a rental agreement, but was the defendant there? Let's see what the defendant says.
Ma'am, what do you have to say?
He a lie.
What?
Andy, he's telling the story.
Okay, well,
First of
tell me your
all, the
story.
lease was for a year, which is true. The lease was for a year.
Okay.
And when I moved in there, he did have on this lease no animals, no pets. I explained to him I have a dog and I have a cat. He said, oh, that's fine. He scratched off on that lease. She have 1 dog and 1 cat. Now he's saying I have 4 dogs and a cat. My house got broken into, the back door. All this came before a judge here. My house got broken into. He didn't replace my lock on the back door. I got a second dog. No, I didn't have agreement to have that second dog, which never was a problem with him. He goes and buy a lock to put on my back door, on my gate. The judge told him no, he has to secure my house. So later on that time, he brought some locks to put on the house. But I couldn't get in my back door at the same time. He had to change the locks to it. So he had to come back and change the locks all over again so I could get into the back door. The problem came in with him when I stopped him from coming into my home. I started meeting him at the door with his rent because he was wrong, and he know he was wrong for the things that he was doing. A judge, we came in front of, landlord-tenant judge, told him he took a lock off my gate, which I came in front of you about my dogs getting out at large. Because he removed the lock, I had to pay $700 for that, for dogs at large. The judge told him, prior to me not having light, gas, heat, and hot water, the pipe busted because he was playing around with that furnace. She said she's going to deduct $400 from February's rent. Had a judgment of $1,165 that I had to pay February the 1st. My lease was over February the 1st. I gave him the $1,100. He says nothing about me leaving February the 1st. I owed him $265 because the judge said deduct $400 for no water. She couldn't say anything about the dog situation because I haven't been to court to you yet. He told her I would pay the difference from the dogs. She's told him, well, I can't tell you what the difference may be because she hasn't been to court yet. Okay, we deducted $400. So February, he didn't get anything. Coming in my home when I'm not there, walking all in the backyard. When I came to you, when you gave me that $700, I'll do 30 days in jail. I told him, you see what you cost me? You cost me $700 because you removed that lock. The gates on that house is pretty tall. It's a privacy fence there. The dogs was very secure back there. He got an attitude, came and removed that lock he purchased, and my dog got out, and I got the fine. I paid the $700. We come to court in March. The judge said, well, he want his home back. Okay, fine. He could have said that in February. But he want his home back. It's his home. No, my lease was up in February. I couldn't say anything about that. The judge said, well, I give you May the 1st to move. I moved out April the 9th.
You're not there now, you're gone.
No, I'm not there. I'm not there. And I get these papers, the day I'm moving out, I get these papers.
When is the last time you paid rent?
The last time I paid rent was the $1,100, February the 1st.
January by end of
February.
Never.
Wait, hang on a second.
Have the receipt.
Wait a minute. What is the amount that you're supposed to pay for rent? You had
$675.
$675.
Yes.
And you paid when again?
$1,165, February the 1st, when we came in front of another landlord-tenant judge, something like that.
Because that's how much that judge said you owed.
Right, right. And she said deduct the $400 from February. So which I only owe him was $265 for February. He goes and brings
Wait a
me
second. That was what day again when you were in
February the 1st.
February 1st. And that made you current through February or through January?
No, that left me owing him $265 because she deducted $400.
I know, I understand that, but you paid $1,165,
Right,
right?
$1,165.
That's what the judge said you had to pay.
Yes.
That was back rent?
Right,
through-
that's from,
Listen to me, is that back rent through
Yes.
end of January?
Yes.
Did that include rent for February?
no,
Okay, and you left when?
I left April the 9th.
April the 9th?
Yes.
Okay, so you paid what the judge said you had to pay?
Yes.
Did the judge give you a judgment of possession on that day?
The judge give me for 1165.
I know that.
This is for November, January, from November, December, and January.
And January, right.
Yes.
Okay, so did you get a judgment of possession or just a money judgment? Do you remember?
Money judgment,
Just a money judgment?
just money
And that was,
judgment,
now listen to me, that was paid, right?
yes,
Okay, so now we've got this new case that you're bringing.
yes.
And this is for rent for February, right?
February, March, and April.
And
She
April until the time she left.
She left in April, but she didn't call me. I just, about few days, I find out she left. She didn't leave any message for me. She didn't have a phone call. She didn't leave me. I just checked the house about 5 days ago.
Did you give a notice? Ma'am, listen to me. Okay, I want you to answer my questions. Did you give a notice saying that you were gonna leave, or did you just go?
No, I just left. I wasn't finished because I had to come back and get more things out the house. This man is sitting here telling the story because he already charging somebody rent now. When I went and got my mail out the mailbox,
Okay.
I received one of his tenants. I have it in my car,
Somebody
right?
renting the property now?
The property, I have one of my maintenance people left temporary because this property, I need it for myself. It has a huge garage. I like to use it for myself.
Are you renting the property?
I'm not rented at
So-
this time.
Listen to me. You left April 9th, right?
Yes.
What, is someone living there now?
Somebody just about 3-4 days ago.
Okay. All right. Did you pay for February, rent for
No,
February?
I was only supposed to pay $265 for February.
Says who?
The judge we came in front of.
And for March?
For March, I was supposed to pay the $675.
Was she supposed to pay $265 in rent for February, according to the other
Yes.
judge? Okay.
It seems that the defendant admits to being there. The only question in the case is for how long, and it seems like this is going to end up being a mathematical calculation. I think the plaintiff is going to win here, but how much? Let's see what the judge comes up with.
So do you admit you owe $265?
Yeah, I admitted that. I
Okay.
admitted that I owed the $265, but the judge told him she couldn't make a judgment on the dogs because of the fact.
I know that. That's a different case, okay? So you owe $265. You admit that you owe, what was rent? $675, I think, right? Is that what rent was?
It's 2 months.
Okay, do you admit that you owe
$675, yeah.
Ma'am, you admit you owe $675 for
Yes.
March?
Yes.
Okay. So that means we're up to, what, $840, I think. $940. Right? Is that right? You agree so far?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you owe something for April, right? At least? Is that right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, I mean, you were there.
Yeah, I was.
Well-
And, yes.
Now, the law says that when you have a rental agreement, and what you have here is just, what you really kind of have is a month-to-month agreement.
Right.
Because the lease expired
February the 1st.
February 1st, so, but you continue to stay on, so you have a month-to-month. When you have a month-to-month lease, any side can end it, but whoever ends it has to give 30 days' notice. They can't just end it today. So if you want to leave, you can leave anytime you want, but you have to give 30 days notice. If you want her out, you have to give her 30 days notice. That didn't happen here. You just left.
No, we did that. I wasn't supposed to leave I had to May the 1st. The judge gave me to May the 1st to find the place. That's
Okay.
what he did. I found the place April, and I left in April. Now, I had things in this home that I wasn't finished moving out this home. I come back, he'd have changed the locks and everything on that house. So therefore, I didn't have no interest to that home no more.
No, but you still, if you had until May 1st and you were going to leave before May 1st, you have to give him notice that you're going to leave before May 1st. You just can't leave and then have him left hanging with the property. Each side has got to give the other side 30 days notice. You didn't do that. You left April 9th. You had to be out May 1st, right?
Right, I had to May 1st to be out.
So you had to pay $675 for April then. That's gonna be a total of $1,715, I believe. 940 plus 675, 1615. That's what you owe?
Even if he'd have rented the house out in April, he could receive
Well, if
money
he
for
would've
the
rented
house.
the house out
If
in
he'd have
April,
received,
then-
so I still have to pay, even though someone else was paying him rent for April.
Can you prove that?
No.
That's what she owes you, $1,615. I don't know where you're getting, well, I do know where you're getting $2,175. We went through that, but that's not correct.
Okay.
All right, the judgment's going to be entered in favor of the plaintiff. Damages will be $1,615. The court will add to that cost, consisting of a $65 filing fee and a $23 service fee, which brings the total amount of the judgment to $1,698, I believe.
Excuse me.
What?
So what about the
I'm
security
sorry,
deposit?
$1,703.
So I don't get that back neither.
I'm sorry, what?
The $675 security deposit.
You may be entitled to get that back. If there are no damages to the property, then you're entitled to get that back. You owe them $1,703.
Right.
If there are no damages, then you're entitled to get it back. Did you give him an address where you're at now?
No.
Well, you need to do this so he knows where to mail the money. That's part of the law too, is when you leave, you gotta give a forwarding address. My point is, Ms. Warfield, you can't just up and leave. You gotta give notice and tell him where you're at, so if there's damages, he can inform you as to what the damages are, and then you can contest it, and if there are no damages, he knows where to send the security deposit. If you don't tell him where you're at, how is he gonna do that? You gotta give him an address where you live. You see what I'm saying? All right, $1,703, you're all set.
Bottom line here is if you're a tenant, you've got some responsibilities like giving notice to your landlord. And you know what? If you move halfway into a month, you get stuck for the whole month. Understand your rights both as a landlord and a tenant. If you find that you are involved in a dispute that you can't resolve, small claims court may be the answer. Thanks for watching Case Closed. I'm Charlie Langton.